So let's continue our journey and create a new blueprint. So we go to plugins, TT continue, TT toolbox content, and we create a new folder here. And the new folder we call health object editor. Also copy this name to the clipboard. Do right click, blueprints, no, it's editor utilities, and we create a new editor utility blueprint. There's something with actor, an actor action utility. No, that's not what we need. We need an editor utility. I was wrong. Editor utility. Editor utility actor. That's what we need. We call it pp underscore health object editor. That's why I said we will need this one. And we do a double click and open it, and we get the blueprint editor here. And what we need is, or not compile, we need to add components. So posable. So see, here is our new component, posable mesh. And we compile and go into the construction script. And there we will need some variables which we will introduce in a few seconds. So let's do a click here on the plus icon and say skeletal mesh. And search for skeletal mesh. Skeletal mesh. And we expose it basically. So it's an instance editable, so that we can read it. And I think we also say it's read only, and we make it private. Let's see if this will work. If we get this here. Yeah, here we have the skeletal mesh. And let's think about the category. So some we call basic. And compile. And now we can get this variable here and say get, and then right click, convert to validated get, and we connect this one here, and then we need to call our set mesh method. So here we say set skeletal mesh, connect this one here, connect this one here. And what I do most of the time is just move this above, and then select everything, press the Q key to align everything, compile, save. And what we can do now is we save everything, Control Shift S, and we want to create a new child class. So where is it? We can derive from it. Why does it not work? I'm confused. Sorry guys. Blueprint class. Does it work? Strange. Here it works. BP Manny, no, UE5 Manny health object editor base. Quite a long name, but you will see quite in a few seconds why we need the base stuff. And we move this into the menu folder. Here we are already in the menu folder, but from ALS. And we want to go into characters, mannequins, blueprints. Oh yeah, let's move it into the animations folder. I think here, something like here. Yes. Editor blueprints. And we move this here, move it here, and we create a new child class. Here it works, strange. And we say here how the pose is named. UE5 1H pistol pose. And here we open this one and set a default value. So here we go into class settings. No, not class settings, class defaults. And there should be the skeleton mesh. Where's the skeleton mesh? I think because it's private, maybe. Compile. Class defaults. Here's the skeleton mesh, and we select Manny. UE5 Manny. So, and we see here already that we can see the Manny. So if you compile, save, and remove this from the viewport, and we want to use this one here in the future, quite in a few seconds. So we can move it here and save everything again. And yeah, let's introduce the next variables as well in the base class. So we have the skeleton mesh, and we also need more stuff. Let me check. Yeah, we need a name here. So this is basically the held object bone name. Expose it. It's only read only. Compile, save. And we use the bone we want to edit. So and that's the IK underscore hand underscore gun bone. Then we also need to move this into the basic category, and we will we need a lot of things. We also need an integer which is the frame index. I don't like this. So let's use two categories. One is for expert and one is for basic stuff. So this is all for basic stuff. We will see later what we put in the. Oh, I was wrong. Oh, I was wrong. This one should be in the basic stuff, and the skeleton mesh is something we don't touch that often. Yeah, let's duplicate this one, Control D, and here we have origin held object bone name. That's the one we will use to calculate the relative offset basically. This needs also to be configured, and here we can introduce a new variable as well. It needs to be a vector. Relative held object location. Expose. This one is not read-only, we will calculate this position with a button. And we need also a rotation. Here we need a rotator. Here it is. And we just copy this name, duplicate it, and say rotation. Expose it as well. So, is there something missing for this session? I would say no, and we will move on in the next session and implement some private methods or functions for us to make it more convenient to use this component and make the graph here in the editor script and construction script more understandable.